Hello everyone, this is the pre-market report video for today 12th October 2023 in the Indian stock market in terms of Nifty and Bank Nifty. Yesterday, S&P 500 days movement forms the shape exactly like system engineering V. Before the US market opening, Reuters poll released the expected US consumer inflation CPI for September month, where the official data will be due tonight. As per Reuters, on month-on-month basis, they expect US inflation to increase just 0.3% compared to August month 0.6%. So, based on this good inflation expectation, all three US major index opened positive. However, on the expectation of hawkish comment from Fed minutes of the meeting, market slides till 2 p.m. Eastern time, and at 2 p.m. as expected, in the minutes of meeting, almost all the FOMC members opted for another rate hike this year. So this is clearly negative, but the actual meeting happened 3 weeks ago. In between these 3 weeks, US 10-year bond yield almost increased to near 5%, which is kind of at present scares the Fed FOMC members. That's why in the last 3 days, almost every day, one by one, all the FOMC members in either press conference or in an interview saying that they want to keep or pause the interest rate in the upcoming November meet to avoid further escalation in the 10-year bond yield. So if you see this S&P 500 days price movement, as I said earlier, it's exactly like system engineering V, and exactly at 2 p.m. once the Fed meeting minutes was released, market was turned and recovered all its losses, and in the end it closed on the positive note for the third consecutive day. Dow Jones increased marginally 0.19%, S&P 500 up by 0.43%, and Nasdaq increased by 0.71%. Regarding US VIX, it dropped another 5% and moved near to 16 compared to 17 day before. Again, because of this low inflation expectation, it also made the 10-year bond yield to drop below 4.6% for the first time in the last 10 days. In a way, it also contributed positively to the market. Then coming to Fed monitoring watch tool, at present it shows 93% chance that Fed will pause the interest rate in the upcoming FOMC meeting. In comparison, yesterday it was 87%. Then regarding oil, it increased around 3% on Monday on the expectation of oil supply disruption in the Middle East. But last night, Saudi Arabia promised that they will deliver all the committed oil until the end of this year without any disruption. This made the oil to drop over 2%. Thus, at the time of this video, WTI crude oil is trading at $83 per barrel, whereas Brent crude oil closed at $85.5 per barrel. Coming to Indian ADR, in line with the Indian market, only HDFC Bank and Wipro closed positive, whereas ICICI Bank and Infosys closed negative despite it closed positive in Indian market. Here, Infosys negative close is understandable because of not so good earnings results from TCS, which we will discuss in a minute. But I'm completely not sure why ICICI Bank was negative. Then about Wipro, they acquired 9% stake in some solar panel manufacturing company, and they made the announcement that they will be converting all their offices to be powered by solar panel so they can be carbon net neutral by 2040 and 100% renewable energy for purchased electricity by 2030. This move by Wipro expects to increase the green scoring of the company and thus expect Wipro to receive green related funding to the stocks. That's why it closed over 2.5% positive in both US market and Indian ADR. Moving on, about GIFT Nifty at 3 a.m. Indian Standard Time, it closed at 19,830, equating that to our spot market. For now, it's kind of indicating 20 to 30 points gap down opening. So that's all about the global market. Now let's move to India specific info. First, we all know now, yesterday Indian market closed overwhelmingly positive. Nifty moved above 90,800 and all due to the improved global momentum, which most of them we discussed on last pre-market video itself. In addition to that, global brokerage CLSA rating has upped India portfolio allocation to 20% above the MSCI benchmark against 40% underweight earlier. Regarding reason, they cited they expect improved earnings. So to some extent, this also contributed positive on our Indian market. Just for info, yesterday 11 out of 13 major sectors closed positive. However, FIA was still net seller for 16th consecutive day and DIA was net buyer for 14th consecutive day. FIA net sold for approximately 420 crore rupees and DIA net bought for approximately 1030 crore rupees. Then moving on, second about TCS results. On quarter-on-quarter basis, their revenue increased by 0.52% and the profit increased by approximately 2.5%. In both the cases, it was less than the analyst expectation. However, on the positive side, they got the unexpected improved EBITDA margin from 23.2 to 24.26%. And regarding the buyback, they announced that they're going to buy back shares worth of 17,000 crore rupees at the premium of 15% from the present price level. Again, here also it's kind of mixed. They are offering 15% premium price is really good. However, market expected at least for 22,000 crore rupees of buyback. Here they announced only for 17,000 crore rupees. So from the Infosys share reaction, we can assume market took it as negative. Third, yesterday in the aftermarket hours, SBI Mutual Fund got the approval from RBI for increasing their holdings in ICICI Bank up to 9.99%. So this is clearly very positive for that stock. And another positive news is about L&T as they bags order worth of 7,000 crore rupees from Saudi. What's not so positive is yesterday India rating downgraded Vedanta from AA to AA-, so we can expect some negativity around that stock. In another stock, Adani Enterprise, they got this Indian market regulator investigation regarding Adani Group involvement with a global fund that registered in British Virgin Island. Again, this is also negative for Adani related group of companies. As a summary, US market closed positive for the third consecutive day and the global stock market momentum is also good despite the conflict escalation in the Middle East. However, again for the third consecutive day, I don't know why Indian areas including Reliance GDR indicating flat to negative trade. Here at one point of time, either one of them has to compromise on other. I mean, for example, the underlying asset of Infosys share in NSE market and the underlying asset of Infosys ADR in US market both are same. The $1 million question is who will blink? Whether the Indian market Infosys share becomes negative or the US market Infosys ADR becomes positive. Let's see. As per stock open interest, ICICI Prudential Life Insurance, Bank of Baroda, India Mart and Coforge got an increase in open interest along with a negative close indicates the short build-up. On the other hand, India Cements, Tata Chemicals, Deepak Nitrite, City Union Bank and SRF got an increase in open interest with a positive price close, which means these stocks got the long build-up. Regarding the things to look out, on the earnings side, there is a schedule for release of HCL and Infosys. And for macro, first during our market hours at 11:30 am, there is a schedule for release of UK GDP data. Then in the aftermarket hours, first India's consumer inflation CPI for September month is due and the expectation is 5.45%. And also at the same time, there is a schedule for India's industrial production data IIP for August month. Then in the night, as I said earlier, very important, US inflation for September month is due to release. Coming to technical, Nifty opened gap up yesterday and thereafter it consolidated for most part of the day. It closed in positive for the second consecutive day, up approximately 121 points. At present, the daily momentum indicator has triggered a positive crossover and hence in case of a dip, it should be used as a buying opportunity. Yesterday's intraday consolidation is a bullish sign as it sustained the gains and I expect the positive momentum to continue over the next few trading sessions till 19,883. As I said yesterday, which is the 61.82% Fibonacci retracement level of the entire fall from 2022 till 19,333. On the downside, the gap area formed yesterday in the range 19,718 to 19,757 is likely to act as a short-term support. Then, in case of Bank Nifty, it also opened a gap up and consolidated thereafter. The zone 44,655 to 44,840, where the key daily moving averages are placed, acted as a resistance zone and restricted further upside. Overall, I expect the positive momentum to resume on the upside till 45,050 to 45,350, which coincides with the 50% and 61.82% Fibonacci retracement level of the fall. On the options front, the maximum call option open interest was at 20,000 strike, followed by 19,900 strike, with a meaningful new call writing at 19,900 strike, then at 20,000 strike. Thus suggests that Nifty is marching towards 20,000, but for now there is a slight hurdle at 19,900. On the other side, the maximum put option open interest was at 19,600 strike, followed by 19,800 strike, while new put option writing at 19,800 strike, then 19,700 strike, hence indicating the immediate support at 19,700 to 19,600 level. So that's all in this video. Hope you all got some useful information. Please consider subscribing to the channel and liking the video, so it will help me beat the YouTube algorithm and also motivate me to do more. Please don't make any investigation based on this, as I'm not a SEBI registered advisor. I'm doing this for my and viewers' educational purpose only. Thanks for watching.